So we've just come out of a sunny Old Trafford, and it's finished Manchester United 2, heading towards the Champions League. Wolverhampton Wanderers, we're staying up in the Premier League, so we'll be back next year, and we're just going to assess the game. We've got some debutants here as well as, in fact, this young lady over here has made her first away get a day trip today to Old Trafford. What a day to do it as well. Paul, we're going to go with you first, mate. I mean, how are you feeling after that, coming out of the game?
Obviously disappointed with the result, but I feel like we had a bit of a response after that showing at Brighton a few weeks ago. At least we competed today, and right into injury time we were still very much in the game. So there's obviously flaws in the performance and negatives that need to be addressed, but the important thing is when you come into a team like this, stay in the game as long as we can. So that's the positive that I'll take from that.
Absolutely. Craig, coming over to you, you'll be obviously in the away end today, bathed in sunshine. You know, obviously we haven't won the game, we've lost 2-0, finished off at the end with a counter-attack. What's your initial thoughts coming out of the match?
Really, just that game epitomised our last 18 months, Dave. We look comfortable, then we make an error, and then we concede a goal. And then we just can't make the chances to get back into the game because we're far too slow. We make too many passes around the back and the midfield. Again, Costa ran his heart out, and the keeper had a great game for us. So there's good signs going forward, but that epitomised our last year and a half, that game.
You're saying that was like a microcosm of the last 18 months?
Absolutely.
Let the story of the game, basically, obviously, United desperately needed to get a result today. They've, got arch rivals Liverpool chasing them down in the Champions League, so there was a lot of pressure on with them, and I was hoping that Wolves would really go at them from the off and get the crowd a little bit nervy, but we never really created. In fact, I don't think we had a shot on target in the entire game. And United deservedly went in 1-0 up front, to be fair at half time. I mean, Bentley couldn't do anything about the goal. Kilman went in for a tackle, he missed it. They had an overlap, they played it well, and it was finished off. To be fair, I was quite glad that we got in at 1-0 at half time in terms of, I think we had one shot, and that was about it. Second half, I didn't think Neto had a great game in the first half. He did change it for Wangu, did do a little bit more. He gradually made changes throughout the game. I thought Wolves did do better in the second half. And, to be fair, I thought we were fortunate to be still at 1-0. Thanks to a fantastic display of goalkeeping who grew into the game. Daniel Bentley, who was fantastic, made 3 brilliant saves, and I have to say those are the best saves that Dan Bentley has ever made in the Premier League. Okay, it's his first game, but they were really good saves, and that's great for him and a great occasion. Wolves started to push towards the end. We did better in the second half. There was a few counter-attacks that United nearly killed us on, and at the end it was a counter-attack in the 94th minute that still did a deserved win, I'd have to say, for United overall, Paul.
Yeah, I don't think we can have any complaints about having lost the game, but with it being 1-0 in the second half and us putting a few balls in the box, if it had dropped to us, we could have got a draw. But on the balance, I've got no complaints, and actually through Bentley's saves, it's probably kept the score to a much more respectable level than what it could have been.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the good thing about it is, I want to say a massive thank you to Genting today for inviting us into their box. We've enjoyed it. I've seen it from a different perspective. I've had a steak. It's certainly different. This man's been in the, we've missed all the limbs today. Your sort of performance rating and your LEAMORE Windows Man of the Match, Craig?
I think a 5, Dave, 5 out of 10 with absolutely nothing going forward again, and the goalkeeper by a long shot. With Costa a close second due to the fact that he never stopped working, but Bentley in goal, fabulous performance from him.
Absolutely. So that's what Craig's gone with. We're going to go for we're coming to you two in a minute. So your moment of fame's coming. Paul, performance rating LEAMORE Windows Man of the Match?
I'll give it a 6 overall. Maybe I'm being a little bit generous, but going into the 90th minute, we're very much still in the game. Having said that, we were very toothless in the final third. Overall, that desperately needs addressing over the next few months and into next season. My man of the match, at half time for me, Nunes was standing out as someone who was really driving forward with the ball, looked really like a quality player. But overall, I think you have to give man of the match to Dan Bentley. I think he's made 3 really good saves, and that gives us a lot of confidence in him, knowing that we've got 2 players that, you know, could genuinely be the number 1 based on what we've just seen.
Absolutely. Right, girls. So, who's your man of the match today and why?
I think it was quite tough between Dan Bentley and Mateus Nunes, but I think I'm going to have to go with Mateus Nunes because he showed great attack and defence as well, and that's why I think I picked him.
Well done. Excellent. And your man of the match?
I think Dan Bentley, because he made loads of really good saves and he deserves it.
Well, there you go. And so, like, we've gone with Nunes, he's gone with Bentley. I'm going to give the performance probably a 5.5. I thought it could have been a worse scoreline, but like Paul said, I think the longer we stayed in the game, I thought United did get a bit nervy, and I thought, like what Paul said, there's a couple of times that the ball had dropped to us, we could have got that equalised, and I thought we might be a smash and grab. At the end of the day, we were pushing forward, lost possession, they've hit us on the break, and they finished us off with 2-0. So that 5.5, and I'm going to go with Dan Bentley as well. I mean, he made his debut. I'm so pleased for the young man. He's always dreamed of playing in the Premier League, and he's made his debut at Old Trafford. He's made 3 fantastic saves. He hasn't let anything down, and for him, it's going to be a day to remember. And obviously, it's great to see that we've got a strong backup keeper to Sarr. One other thing I will ask Wolves: can we please not play in that grey strip again? Because we don't do very well in it at all.
We don't do very well away from home at all, though, do we? To be fair, so but yeah, I think the grey kit can go in the bin. To be honest.
Yeah, I mean, what did you say?
Yeah, it's been a really, really awful away year. But you know what? Our team need to watch Man United. How quickly they break the ball straight down, and we just want too many passes, Dave. It's pedestrian, and we need to learn from it and quickly.
Well said. You're concurring with that?
Yeah, I do. If you're taking not many goals are scored by build-ups where you're making 15, 20 passes in a sequence. How you can hurt teams is by hurting them quickly. But I think away from home sometimes you have got to keep the ball. You know, it takes the sting out of the match. It makes them run around for a bit. It's a good defensive strategy as well. But you've got to be able to flick the switch and go as well and have that in your locker. So balance is the key.
And that's something that Wolves in the past have got. I'm sure it's something that Julian Lopetegui is aware of. He's done the job. He's kept us up. He's having a look at players. He had a look at Bentley today. I thought Neto was a bit disappointing. Wang, when he came on, stuck a crowd. It's great to see Raul come on the pitch as well. You know, imagine if Raul would have actually got the equaliser. It hasn't happened. However, we will be coming back to Old Trafford next year. So for all of us, you ready? From all of us here, until the next one, always Wolves.